Hey everybody, welcome back to Movies Net. I'm your host Cody, and today we're going to be discussing the Halloween franchise rights discussion that's currently going on right now. A few days ago, Bloody Disgusting released a report that Miramax was shopping the rights for the Halloween franchise, which is awesome. That is a terrific update. However, there is a catch to it. It's not just for film, it's also for TV. And that leads into our latest update that came out yesterday evening, also from Bloody Disgusting, that A24 is leading the rights battle. They're, I guess, the highest bidder so far for television rights for the Halloween franchise, which has me a little worried. And I'll come out and say it right now. I do not want a television series for Halloween. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's what's best for business. And I really just don't see how you can stretch a Michael Myers story out for multiple episodes, multiple seasons on TV. I feel like the only way a TV series would work would be an anthology series, except that would be highly misleading using the Halloween name if that's the route you're going to go. I'm not against an anthology series around Halloween, but you're going to have to call it something different. Because if you use a Halloween name and people start watching that show, whether it's actually on TV or it's on streaming, and there's no Myers in there, then that's going to be a problem. It's going to be Halloween 3 all over again. And I am a huge fan of Halloween 3. As you see, I got Silver Shamrock on. I love that movie. It's a Halloween staple for me. But I just don't think going an anthology route or something along those lines is going to work. But unfortunately, it appears that's what they want to do. I mean, A24, that's the first update we get after we get the initial rights discussion update, is they're in the lead for the television series. And they're already producing and making a Crystal Lake series for Friday the 13th, for Jason. And now that's just finally getting ramped up, and that actually leads into another issue here. Say A24 does win the rights. They get the rights for a TV series for Halloween, whatever it's going to be. That's going to be behind Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake is already kind of behind schedule due to the writer's strike and everything else going on. So that's going to be put in their queue. And we might not even see anything regarding that until maybe 2026. Because supposedly Crystal Lake's supposed to come out in 2024. But if they haven't started filming yet, I don't think that's going to happen. That's probably going to be 2025, which I think that would push a Halloween to 2026 or maybe even later. So I think another studio should definitely get the rights to this than A24, because they got a lot going on. I'm not saying other studios don't, but we need someone to prioritize Halloween and get it out in a reasonable time frame for the fans, especially with all these updates going on. But with that being said, if they do go TV, this is what I would want to see. I don't want this to happen, but if they do, this is what I want them to do. I would want them to do Season of the Witch. Bring back Silver Shamrock. Bring back that whole storyline. Except don't call it Halloween. Just don't lead with the main title, Halloween. What you should do, what they should do, should I say, is do like Season of the Witch, a Halloween story. Or Silver Shamrock, a Halloween story. Something like that. Put Halloween as the subtitle. That way when people go to watch it, they're not going to expect Michael Myers to be in there. And I think that would be the right way to go. And I think that would actually do good for business. At the end of the day, Michael Myers, in my opinion, belongs on the big screen. He belongs in theaters, and if you're going to use the Halloween name as the main title, it should be for theaters only. It should be for an actual movie, an actual film with Michael Myers, and that's it. So with that being said, what studio would I want to take over the film rights for this? And I put a lot of thought into this over the past couple of days, and my main studio would be 20th Century Studios, because they've been doing a great job with some of these horror and sci-fi releases that they've been putting out on Hulu. For example, Prey and Hellraiser. Really enjoyed both of those movies. I love the way they were shot and directed. I thought Hellraiser definitely had a great story. So did Prey. So they really revived those two franchises for the most part and gave us something fresh, something new. And I think they could do a really good job with Halloween. And they just brought back, not brought back, they just made No One Will Save You, which is an alien abduction and invasion story, which I wasn't a huge fan of. It's okay. I like the aliens in it. There was some aspects of the movie I liked, but there was a lot that I'm mixed about, and just overall, I'd kind of give it like a 6 or a 6.2 out of 10. But it was an okay movie. But the big thing that I took away from it is how it was shot. The way it looked, the way it was directed, it was great. And that seems to be consistent with 20th Century Studios. So I think they would do a great job doing Halloween. And you might be thinking, well, they did those movies on Hulu. I thought you just said he belongs on the big screen. That's correct. And I don't think 20th Century Studios is limited just to Hulu. I might be wrong, but I think they would be able to get Halloween in theaters. And I think they would do a great job if they did. Now, I do see other people, they think, companies like Paramount or Lionsgate and even A24 should get the film rights. Not opposed to that. I just don't. Paramount recently, I really don't consider them a powerhouse in horror anymore. They used to be. But I don't know if Halloween would be good with Paramount. A24 did a great job with X and Pearl, and back years ago with The Witch. I think they could do something interesting on film with Halloween, but I guess they want the television rights, whatever. Lionsgate gave us the Saw franchise. They did a great job with some of them. But there's potential there. But other than those, other than 20th Century Studios, the other ones I was thinking of, kind of like larger studios such as, Paramount and Lionsgate, New Line comes to mind. New Line has kind of stayed the course with horror. They release horror, every so often. They brought back It. They did a good job with It, except for, I guess, Chapter 2, which wasn't the best, but definitely did a great job with the first one, in my opinion. And they've done Friday the 13th. They've done Nightmare on Elm Street. Well, I guess they didn't do Friday the 13th, but they did the Jason movies of Friday the 13th. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They have the big names in their catalog. So why not add Halloween into it? So I think they could do something interesting there, but again, not my leading choice. And then maybe throwing someone out of, left field here. Columbia Pictures is one that I think maybe could do something interesting. Because they got a lot of films in their catalog. They've done a lot of different types of movies. They've been involved in horror. They've been involved in sci-fi, action, all kinds of different movies Columbia has done. And they're a larger studio, so I think maybe they could bring something different to the table and give us a well-produced movie. But again, not my leading choice, and Columbia is probably would be the last option for me compared to all the other ones. So, yeah. But with that being said, everyone, I guess we're just going to have to wait for the updates. So just to recap, not a huge fan of a television series. Either way, if A24 wins this, they do go with it. I think they should just do a spin-off and not lead with the Halloween title. And ultimately, I believe Michael Myers and the Halloween title as a whole belongs in theaters and nowhere else. So interesting to see where this goes. Hopefully we get more updates in the coming days. If we do, I'll be here talking about it. So thank you all for watching. If you like what you saw here today, subscribe, like the video, and I'll be putting out more videos as it goes on. This is actually my first real video I'm doing, so I hope you guys like it. I'm going to get better as time goes on. I'm brand new to this, so I'm excited to see what the future holds, and excited to talk about more of these updates and all things Halloween. Thank you guys.